Yo, Married at First Sight Australia Season 13, Episode 31 is part 2 of the Homestays. One of the couples, one of our faves, they break up in this episode. One of our other couples, they might as well break up because the writing's on the wall, baby. Listen, it was a crazy episode with mad drama, lots of funny moments. Let's talk about it. Married at First Sight Australia, Kylie Minogue, Hugh Jackman, Iggy Azalea. We got singles whose dating life's been a failure. Let's meet them. We got Rachel, we got Steven, we got Alissa, David, Julia. We got Chris and Grace and Juliet. Another Chris and Rachel, Gia. We got Becca, Rebecca, Philip and Stella, Brooke, Mela, Luke, Joel. Who else do we got? Steve. Danny and Scott. The drama's a lot, but there's love to be found. Stephanie Tyson, we holding it down. Bounce, this the recap. Grab a drink, get a savory or a sweet snack, and sit back as we unpack what happened, like back to back. Let's go, bro. So Alissa and David have arrived, okay? They're in Alissa's neck of the woods. And it's crazy because at the airport, there's a huge poster like welcome or whatever. And the motto in the poster, it's Alissa, bro. That's such a flex. Imagine going to a new city to link up with your new chick, right? And she's on a poster like, hey, what's up? It's like, hey, everybody, see that chick? That chick right there? That's me. I'm hitting that. Yeah. They link up with Alissa's mom. And yo, you know how most moms, they want to know, like, is the guy good enough for their daughter? With Alissa's mom, she likes David. She's rocking with him. She's more concerned if Alissa is too much for David. And yo, shout out to the mom because she's not out here being delusional. Like, she knows who her daughter is. She even brings up the whole wedding thing. You know how Alissa did the whole, I'm not gonna marry you till you get down to one knee right now and propose, right? She's like, I can't believe you did that. Alissa's like, hey, you know me, I be like that. Alissa and David tell Momsy the idea that they have, you know, spending a couple of years in Sydney before moving back to Adelaide. And she does not like that idea. She straight up goes, I hate that. I hate that idea. She's like, your biological clock is ticking. You don't have time to mess around and wait for 2 years or whatever. You got to get it popping with a quickness. He should already be busting up the club. There should be a little mixed race bun in that oven as soon as the experiment's done. The crazy thing is, I'm saying it like it's a jokey joke, right? Like, you know, Princess Tiana's mom in The Princess and the Frog. I want some grandkids. But that's not the energy that Alissa's momsy's bringing, bro. She's being 100% serious. And Alissa doesn't go, oh, mom, you know what I'm saying? Nah, she kind of starts freaking out. Like, oh my God, mom's right. And David's like, yo, chill. It's cool. I can drop everything and move to Adelaide. I can come through with a quickness and we can build our lives here. But that's not enough to keep her from spiraling because now she's like second guessing everything and it's weird. And yo, shout out to our homies though, because when they link up at the pub, they tell us straight. They're like, yo, David is everything you asked for, girl. They're like, don't overthink it. Don't push him away. Just enjoy the journey. And yo, they low-key have David's back and it's dope. We check in on Danny and Beck, and they're also in Adelaide at Beck's crib. She introduces him to her dog, Coco. And yo, Coco is all over Danny, man, and Beck is beaming like, yo, she's never like this with other peeps. She's never like this with men. That's a sign, you know what I'm saying? Beck is seeing this as a good sign, which is fair enough, because dogs are good judges of character, right? And it would suck if your partner and pet didn't get along. They do up lunch at Beck's parents' crib, and it's a vibe, man. It's a vibe. Everybody's kicking it. Beck's cousin's like, hey, could you see yourself living here? Danny's like, yeah, I could. I don't believe him, gang. I don't believe him. Beck tells her family, look, she's 100% in love with Danny. She said it to him, but he's not there yet. He doesn't love me back, she says. Ooh. See, the whole time I was trying to put myself in Beck's family's shoes. Like if my little sister brought home this dude, you know what I'm saying, from a reality TV show she's on, we got cameras in the crib, you know, and I know that millions of people are gonna watch this. And then she goes, Maya, the thing is, I'm in love with him, but he doesn't love me back. I'd be like, yo, she's about to get her heart broken. She's about to get humiliated. There is no way I'd be able to sit back and not throw hands. He gots to catch these hands. He gots to. At one point, Beck's dad's like, hey, you and me, we need to have a chat, you know, man to man. And I was like, ooh, Danny, you gonna get it. Pop's about to go in. You about to get whooped. But nah, man, Beck's dad's super chill about the whole thing. Danny kind of talks about what he likes about Beck. Like, yo, she be holding it down. She dotes on me. And yo, I'm low-key side-eyeing Beck's dad a little bit, okay? I'm judging a little bit. Cause who cares about how awesome my daughter's being towards you? What I want to know is how awesome are you, okay? How awesome are you being towards my daughter? How do you feel about her? And what are you doing to show her that? Back in the crib, Beck's moms and cousin are like, hold up, wait a minute. He doesn't love you yet? Girl, it's episode 31. We got like, what, 7 episodes left and he doesn't love you yet? Beck's like, nah, listen. He be showing me he loves me in like different ways. Like he don't be saying he love me like with words, but you know, his actions tell me that he loves me. And they just looking at her like, alright, now this is where it gets deep, right? Danny and Becca in the backyard. The vibes are vibing, the sun's setting. They're doing up some wine and cheese and whatnot. And Beck is feeling loved up. She's talking about how he can move down here or she can move to him. Like seeing him with her family has just intensified how much she loves this man. But Danny's just being Danny, bro, cracking up jokes. He makes one joke about how her cousin is low-key into him, and Beck loses it. She's like, yo, this is serious stuff. I'm trying to connect with you. I've told you I love you. You've met my family, and you're just here being goofy and not telling me how you feel. What's going on? Danny's like, yo, chill. This is a bad look. We got cameras right there. I'm going to get crucified in the edit. Beck, she doesn't care about the camera crew. She's like, forget the whole we on TV thing. This is real. This is real life. And I feel like that right there is the problem, okay? Beck is one of those people that makes reality TV shows feel like reality. You feel me? She's one of those people who's so in the moment, she forgets that there's people filming her and the footage is gonna get edited, okay? Think about that time she told Rebecca that she thinks G has more of Danny's type. And when the producers asked her about it, she was like, what? That's something I said to Rebecca on the low. I don't want to talk about it. Or the whole thing with the text messages. She genuinely didn't think they'd come up and be a part of the drama or the show, because that doesn't happen in real life. Think about all the jokes, all the crash out moments, her facial expressions. Beck is probably the realest person on this show because nothing she does is about how she's getting perceived. She's just being herself. But Danny's a typical reality TV guy. He knows people are gonna watch him. There are certain things he's not gonna say on camera because he's thinking about his image and life after the show. Homegirl's trying to have a real conversation. She's trying to have a real conversation with someone she's in love with, someone she'll potentially spend the rest of her life with. And he's just trying to get more screen time. Look, I do feel a little bad for Danny because she storms off like, hey, whatever. And it's weird for Danny because these are not his ends, bro. He's low-key just left there like, all right, now what? Chris and Sam are making their way to Chris's farm. And yo, the drive up there is awkward. Like, yo, just mad tension, weird energy. Sam's still being very optimistic though. He is. Like when they get to the farm, right? Chris hooks him up with these flowers and the card. And Sam's thinking, yo, this is probably like a heartfelt letter apologizing about what went down and showing me mad love. But no. Inside the card, all we have is 5 words written in thick black marker. Just 5 words. Welcome to the farm, Sam. That's it. Okay, no, hey, I'm sorry I betrayed your trust by writing leave at the last commitment ceremony. No, hey, let's start afresh. Wipe the slate clean because I'm feeling you. Nope, none of that. The farm is dope, though. It's dope. He takes him around, shows him the cows, shows him the horses. They're standing in nature, stroking up the horses and that. Sam does speak his mind, though. Like, look, when you wrote leave, that was devastating. And I'm still trying to figure out like how we get past that. Chris is like, yo, you right, man. I could have handled it better. And talking to the experts really helped out. I'm here, man. I'm willing to make it work. They hug it out, and it's beautiful, man, especially with our backdrop. But yo, the next day, Sam wakes up alone. Chris has gone to the gym. He didn't leave a note or nothing. And yo, Sam feels some type of way, which I'm sure most people would. But for me personally, it's not that deep. If you let me sleep in a little bit, because you got stuff to do, that's all right. In fact, I might wake up, look around, and go, babe. And if you're not there, I'll just go right back to sleep. I love me a good nap, man. That's dope. Appreciate you not disturbing my slumber. But obviously, Chris is on thin ice, right? So every move he makes carries weight. It hits different. Chris is super oblivious. He thinks everything's all good. They're out in nature. They do up a fire. They're drinking. He's like, hey, this is the life. Hey. Sam's like, hey, listen, I want us to get real. I want us to get deep and honest. I have a list of questions, if you don't mind. And homeboy pulls out a little journal, right, with like questions, and he just goes through them one by one. Boom, boom, every one of them deep. You know what I'm saying? And yo, listen, I know we're all team Sam. He's a good guy. We love Sam. But this is a little bit much, ain't it? He's asking questions like, do you take full responsibility for your aggression? Do you promise never to speak to me like that again? Look, I'm sure there's people out there who a moment like this would bring them closer together. But Chris is not one of those people, okay? The whole thing comes to a head when Sam asks him if he has feelings for him. Sam now sees what the rest of us clocked like 3 episodes ago. There's no saving this relationship, man. It's donezo. He decides to call it quits, and Chris agrees. Sam goes inside, packs his bags, and dips. So, that was the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give the video a like, because it really do be helping with the whole algorithm-y thing and making YouTube recommend the video and whatnot. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I'll be back with the next joint. And until then, you take care of yourself, fam, because I love you.